last we left off in last week's episode. We all know this already, but this was news to me, so I wrote it down because it was exciting. Damon turned out a bit of a sneaky guy, a bit of a little rat, not gonna lie. Went a little funky with it, we shall say. He's no longer with us. Rest in peace, my guy. The King's Guards are after Voltaire's mother. She's on the other side of the world in Blackbeld. So that's the next logical step to where we're headed. Party gave Damon the Viking send-off, which I thought was very fun. Then I have a note that says driver's ed with the old airship. Everybody slayed that. Well done. I think only one person really slayed that, but good group effort. Upon arriving in Blackbeld, or just outside the city, the party saw a like person cornered by 4 owlbears in the wilderness. We used the amulet to speak to the owlbears to understand them, to try and open up a dialogue, maybe talk our way out. Maybe we can like settle the hostage situation. Found out why they were upset. They wanted Blue Jay, our new friend, out of their home, and then they killed all of them. Diplomacy doesn't work, and that's the lesson. Blue Jay joined the party. I have a note that says the goat might be evil. Heart. I'm still 50-50 on that. We're gonna see. Went into Black Belt. There is a strange professor in the Academy of Arcanum who has some fun little notes on how to build a gun. Love that. That Tarthano was like, hey, you guys might need this. Things are getting a little funky with the crystals. And then we pieced out, talked about some crystals a little bit, talked about the revolver a little bit, and then we decided next quest, we're going over to Voltaire's house, scout out what's happening, see if there's a trap lying in wait. That's pretty much it.
Perfect.
Well done. Thank you.
So, as you guys can see, I brought you on the actual map that you were supposed to be on. I apologize for that again. I even added some little details with like the crystals on the desk. The blue one being slightly smaller. Yeah. Take it away.
What time is it? It's getting late in the evening.
I would say it's roughly like 6-ish in the evening.
We said we wanted to do the like preliminary scout first and then see what was up, and then I think we said we wanted to sleep before we did any like big stuff.
Yes.
Yes. We don't have a place to stay. If I remember correctly, we don't have a place to stay. Did we say we were going to an inn? Kind of bogged down for the night? Or were we going to camp?
So Valter would understand that if there was any sort of like staying anywhere, he would have to be in disguise at all times.
Yep. With my minor illusion over my face and hair and all that fun stuff.
Does have strong survival skills. I mean, we could just set up camp.
Be nice. I do want to make sure I put on the initiate armor instead of my full plate.
Oh, okay. And I will say, Professor, as soon as Voltaire puts on this armor, you again recognize that insignia.
Going in my notes.
Fix something real quick. So where's the first destination?
I'm gonna use the earpiece and call over to Lester. Be like, hey, is there a hideout over here?
Takes a few moments, and Lester does reply back. Oh, I don't know if it's still active. I haven't been able to get in contact with them in, let's say, a little over a month or so. It's going to have them lend you a hand, but I haven't been able to reach anyone.
Right, send us basic directions and we'll look into that.
That's the thing. My trackers aren't working either, so I don't know where the location is.
Of the hideout in general? You've never been there?
No,
Okay.
I don't go to every single hideout.
You just send us to all of them. I see.
Who else would I trust with that sort of investigation work?
Haven't we only known them for like 3 weeks?
It's trying
Okay.
to make awkward small talk.
Alright. Well, I guess we'll figure it out. And while we're at it, Gorm, this belt that's really nice, but if you can use it, it'll benefit us as a group for a little while. Tell you buff up your strength a little more, and then might give it back later.
All right, sure, sounds good.
They can't directly give it to you, so deleting it, and you'll have to add it to your side.
Yeah, just
Alright.
belt of hell giant strength.
All right, I'll go try to find that now.
Let me know when that is done.
Then I'll fess up to Professor, and I'm like, I'm sorry, I don't know. My sticky hands habit got a hold of me, and I'll give her not the one that I'm like, whatever that is happening, not the special one, but I'll make sure she has at least one of each type of the crystals.
Now, do you just have the fuchsia and cerulean?
No, I have a green one too.
Okay.
I have like 4 or 5 of the green ones. I'll mark one of
Okay.
those off. Emerald.
So you should be able to look and you should be able to find under like Lodeo Ganite parentheses like cerulean, fuchsia, emerald. I have homebrew items created for them.
Get one of each piece?
Yes.
Guys, it's all happening. It's all happening.
Yay, Cass is here.
Hello. Can y'all hear me?
Yes.
Perfect. I'm sorry, my cat's vet appointment ran late.
Not a problem. I mean, we're still waiting on Ray to pop in, so whenever she pops in, we'll just give her a recap of what's happened so far, which is only
Housekeeping.
yeah, essentially.
By the way, Dave, I did find that belt and add it.
Okay. As soon as you put it on, you hear Frisky say, "Well, don't you look stunning?"
Thank you, but I think you have some explaining to do.
Oh, in due time, in due time.
I believe the due time is now.
Well, I'm an open book. What would you like to know?
What do you know about these shiny rocks?
I know a fair bit.
What do you know about how they relate to Voltaire?
Oh, there's the real question. And we shall have those answers soon. Can't tell you everything now.
Is that you saying you don't know?
Oh, I know. But it's just not my place to tell this story.
Voltaire, are you worried about whose place it is?
Walter can't hear shit. He just hears a bunch of goat sounds.
Whose place what is? That can't hear anything
Nothing.
over this goat.
Nothing. Never mind. Speaking to Frisky again, this isn't over.
Don't your friends find it weird that you're having a conversation with the goat? Ah, never mind. I don't care. All will be revealed.
Is Garm talking to that silly goat again? They're doing the staring thing.
Yep. And he said a couple things out loud that made no sense at all, so
I know.
definitely trying to talk to that thing.
Yeah. Oh, I don't. Why do we even keep it? It shouldn't be just like mutton stew at this point now or something. Have we ever even like tried to milk it for its youthful milk properties?
I understand the goat, and it knows something about these crystals, but it won't reveal anything.
Yes,
Not
Gorman.
yet,
I
not
am
yet.
the king of one of the bakeries that run this place.
All right.
Are
fine,
you
don't-
really? Are you
fine, don't
really
take me
serious?
seriously.
Are you really serious that this goat is talking to you? Because I've been tolerating it at this point, and I'm really concerned about your health.
Fine, don't take me seriously, but if this goat turns out to be evil in the end, don't say I didn't try.
I'm not evil. I'm just a very protective.
All right.
I certainly have been very helpful.
I've been helpful. Are you talking to me or the goat?
The goat, the goat.
This is what I mean when I care for your well-being. I understand this place is fantastical. I know druids can talk to animals, but
And then Frisky just says to Gorm, "Oh, can we go just see Leora already? My goodness."
All right. I don't know what you're talking to your goat about, but I think we should do some scouting tonight, or at least go set up a room for an inn. Make sure I have my.
And Frisky looks over at everyone. He says, "And for you all," you just hear like a really loud goat yell.
well, fuck you too, Frisky.
Felt very personal. I don't. Okay.
Or ask him what happens if we try to ride him.
Please don't.
He said, and I quote, "Please don't."
I approach and start to get on him anyway.
Your mother wouldn't approve of this.
It is now talking about your mother.
Don't talk
Oh.
about my mom. Oh, speaking of my mom, I think I need to go check.
Well, what are you waiting for? Follow him.
You're supposed to be in the front. You have the bell.
So you guys going straight there?
Problem is, you know the way and I don't.
True.
Oh. Yeah, I guess.
And I would like for Professor to roll insight, please.
This is when I find out the goat is fully evil.
Oh no, it's not for the goat.
Oh god.
It's to find out that I'm not crazy, right?
Well, two things, yeah. One, you notice that when Voltaire did his minor illusion, his face actually contorted and changed, and it didn't look like an illusion at all. When he changed his appearance, like as an illusion, it really changed his face.
Everyone here seems super normal and very chill. That's how magic works. Okay.
And you also can tell that Gorm is not going crazy.
I keep
Thank
silent.
God.
I don't mention it.
Aw.
All right, so Voltaire's house.
The outskirts, like 1,000 feet away.
Okay, I don't have a map for that, but just tell me what you plan on doing around there.
I can send my echo out 1,000 feet and go into his senses, just to go around scouting.
Okay,
Like,
I'll just bring you onto the map itself to show you what Mike sees.
I skirt the perimeter at a pretty good distance.
Mike needs backup as well. I can send my familiar and like a arc around the other side or something. I do.
Cool.
I have a snowy owl with me.
Nice. So when Mike gets to the house, there's nothing around it, but it looks like it's been broken into. And because of your connection with Mike, you feel like a sense of like, oh fuck, something happened here. Like this is not good. Like anxiety washes over you.
This is not good. Looks like it's been attacked. I don't see anybody on the outside.
No.
I'll try and peek through a window.
Inside you see rubble and wood. It's trashed on the inside.
Ah, crap, guys. I think we might be late. Need to get over there.
Should we investigate the house any further?
I can't open doors, or I haven't tried. I guess I'll try to open a door
Are you trying?
With-
Was Mike trying?
with Mike. Yeah,
The door opens,
nice.
but
Oh.
not because Mike opened it. It just opens.
Like pushed him into it, and it just opened.
Essentially, yes. And you see that it's just been ransacked. It's in total disarray. There's broken furniture, debris. It looks horrible.
It can't be sure from here. Do you see anything with your owl? Looks pretty empty to me.
If the door's open and nothing has like immediately tried to kill us or make us die in horrible ways, I might just like stick my actual head in, just the door, just like peek through.
Okay.
Trying to Sherlock Holmes what happened here. I don't know.
Are we all in this area, or is it just the familiars and the whatnot that are there?
I'll let you guys decide on that. If you guys wanted to rush over there, after Voltaire said what he said, I'll let you guys decide.
Yeah. Shit. Sorry, I forgot we had not actually been there yet.
I'm down. I'll go in there first.
I wanted to systematically see if I could get Mike into each room, just bring any traps at doors or
Stop
things
right
like
there.
that. In the chair.
Yes, I need you to roll investigation. We'll use your obviously your stats because it's your echo. You notice glancing around this living area, the table in the middle of the room has etchings on it, kind of like burnt into the table itself. They don't seem to be any script that you're familiar with, but for some reason these letters, these words make kind of sense to you.
Odd. Look further at that when we get everybody in there. Professor, we have a little shack out back too. Can you send your owl over? Check that out.
Yes, of course. And I will send my owl go perch on like the back of the house, try and get a little bit of a view.
While they're in their familiars, well, I was just starting the human's tiny hut ritual just to cast it around us so that we're kind of safe.
Are you outside doing that?
I'm back where your bodies are.
That's good. So, I'm sorry, Willow, what were you doing?
I'm just ritual casting Lehman's tiny hut around
Where?
not here, because this is their familiars. Where we are, which is 1,000 feet back.
Okay. Now, are you guys like in the middle of like the town area, or are you kind of like on the outskirts in like a little bit of a clearing, or surrounded by trees, or what are you trying to like? Are you trying to stay hidden, or?
Yeah, slightly wooded. I thought
Okay.
I thought the house was out of town.
No, it's not. It's in town.
Okay. Then yeah, I mean we'd be trying to hide a little bit.
Okay. Is anyone approaching the house?
Don't think we've gotten the go ahead to approach it based on
Yeah,
the conversations.
So you don't see anything too crazy in the vicinity, or anything out of the ordinary inside of the outhouse or anything surrounding. It just looks like the house has been ransacked.
as I think it's clear. I mean there might be some traps and stuff, but I think overall I don't see any beings that we can rest up and can't think of the word. Explore, there we go. We can rest up and explore that in the morning, or we can go now. I don't see anybody.
Are there neighboring houses to this one?
There is, yeah.
Alright, so I would say in the morning we could ask the neighbors if they know anything about what happened here.
Yeah, but my thinking is if this was extremely recent, does it look like this was like freshly tossed, or is there dust building up already?
There's a bit of dust building up.
I was just
From the
thinking,
looks of it, it happened a few days to a week ago.
but that sense keeps saying go home, or I guess technically not go home, warm and fuzzy. Alright. I mean, if you guys don't mind, I'm just gonna go look. Can you come along and take a look with me?
Of course.
Disregard that Discord message.
Oh.
Now I gotta look.
Well, I sent it to Voltaire privately.
Oh.
Just before we're in range, Willow's going to start ritual casting Detect Magic.
Okay.
Just to be safe.
Okay.
Let me know if I get anything pings.
The only thing pinged would be coming from inside of the house.
Okay.
Then point of order, I'm gonna delete my bat token, but I have my bat on me using his blind sense to like lead my body because I'm using the sense of Mike right now.
Hmm.
So I can't see
Clever.
or hear. So I'm using my bat as my guide.
It's clever. So, is there anything else that you were trying to have Mike suss out?
Just clearing the rooms, tapping them down on places that traps could spring up, checking the fireplace.
I would say with that investigation roll, you don't find any traps at all. It just looks like whoever ransacked it, they were essentially looking for a specific thing or person, and once they couldn't find it, they just trashed the place and left.
Right. Then I will confidently walk in.
Before you walk in, though, you do hear a female voice, kind of calling you from around the corner of the house, and they say, they say, Voltaire, is that you?
Who's Voltaire?
Don't play that. I know my son when I see him.
Voice coming to the general direction of where where Willow felt that ping of magic.
No.
Ah,
And you see a very young woman that you don't recognize come around the corner of the house.
You're not my mother.
Oh, my Valzen. How could you not recognize your own mother?
Have you seen yourself? I said,
And she approaches, and she doesn't seem like scared or anything. And she essentially reaches her hand out and she touches your face. And not like in a aggressive way, in like a very like she's caressing your face. And she says, I would recognize my Valzen with any face.
I back up.
And well, at that moment, as soon as she does that, give me 1 second.
Well,
Her form goes from very young and spry to increasingly aged and kind of like old as her body contorts into this elderly woman that you very well recognize as your mother.
and Willow's still not getting a ping off of her?
Nope.
where's the ping coming from then?
Inside
Where the avatar is?
the table.
So
Tape
we all
itself.
see this happening, right?
Oh yeah. And Frisky comes over and he says, and Walter, you could finally hear this for the first time ever. Leora, I'm so glad you're safe. Oh, thank goodness. Oh, it's been ages. How you doing?
Gorm, he does talk.
I
Of
fucking
course I
told
talk. You've just never listened.
Oh, I've tried to listen. Whatever.
Anyway, Leora, how are you doing? She says, not good. They came and ransacked the house, and we had to, again, change our farm and find a new place.
Change your form? You mean just disguise yourself?
Oh, my little Valzen. You were always so funny.
Are you okay?
I'm perfect now. Now that my little Valzen is here.
Guessing
And you would recognize that nickname from your childhood.
yeah, nobody else calls me that.
No.
So either they took her memories or it's my real mom. So, guys, I'd like you to meet my mother. Can we go inside and get out of the middle of the streets here?
Yes. Come. Frisky. Oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say Wilkia is gonna cast Divine Sense, essentially just to see if this is any sort of evil, celestial fiend or undead.
You do not get any of that.
Okay.
Frisky essentially comments on the look of the place, and he just says, "Well, you certainly haven't been keeping up with chores, have you?"
Excuse me, did Frisky just talk?
Yeah. Oh, well,
I've been telling you guys this entire time.
Well,
No one wanted
so
to
the only
listen.
people, I'm sorry to keep doing this, but the only people that could really hear Frisky right now are Voltaire and Gorm and Leora. Yes, so it
I
still
see.
sounds like goat sounds.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Clarify.
Willow, yeah, you can't hear him? He's talking now.
Now I know this is mass hysteria because we do not hear it at all.
Well, I believe you because I was on that side. But a moment ago, all you hear is stupid bleeding goat.
That sounds like the next cover band, Stupid Bleating Goat. Make note. But I'll fine, Gorm. I apologize. Now that there's at least 3 people that look to be conversing to a stupid goat, I'll believe that they are talking to you. Yes, go ahead.
And Frisky looks over at Voltaire and he says, I imagine you have a bunch of questions. I can answer as much as I can, but your mother might have to take over some of the answers.
So you said you disguised yourself? How did... I mean, Willow has... Willow, my little friend over there, has a detect magic spell up, but did not detect your magic. Like, how did you disguise yourself and go from young to old?
And before Leora can answer that, Frisky just let me answer that, please. Well, Voltaire, we are able to access a thing called the Material Recomposition Network, or the MRN. Something that all people can kind of do. Me, not so much anymore. I've been kind of locked out of that network. But that's something that a lot of us can do. You can do it too.
Oh, can I? How do I access
You're doing
this?
it right now.
What do
That's
you...
not a minor illusion. That is your actual face changed.
Oh, that's weird. I didn't feel any different.
Oh, you never do, but you know.
So if I change into a goat form, I would feel the same?
I wouldn't advise it. As you can see, I can't change back, so don't want to take chances.
Is that any animal? Am I just limited to human?
Well, I mean, I chose to go because I kind of like the chaoticness of them. You know, I've always admired them a little bit. Now I regret that decision.
How do you know Laurel, my mother?
Oh, well, all right. Let's back it up a little bit. A little bit about me. My name is Yuri Solenti. I'm a former guard of the Zolgra neural intelligence, kind of tasked to protect refugees as they fled Zolgra during the whole cultist rise in power. I'm sure you've heard of him. Well, needless to say, I've got ousted as a, I guess you would say, traitor, and they've locked me out of that MRN system.
Okay. And you just, like, cast magic and tap into the system? Or
I
is it...
wouldn't say it's magic. I would just say it's a sort of a hive mind thing that reacts to our genome and allows us to do things that species can do.
And Gorm can hear all this too, right?
Oh yes.
Okay.
Here, yeah, understand maybe.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Let me just any kind of like makes a like some otherworldly sounds and everyone now hears. Oh, hello everyone. Sorry about that.
Ray of Frost in hand. Excuse me. What did you say?
That is not necessary. I apologize for the nuisance I've caused. Let's start it from the beginning. I am Yuri Solenti at your service. Or kind of
I've heard
at
of
their
that name
service.
before.
You have? Am I that famous? Oh,
Solenti. So, isn't that the Isn't that the famous farmer family? No, they create wheat and turn into pasta. Solenti.
no relation.
No relation.
Sorry. I mean, I would love to be related to somebody who makes pastries or bread or anything like that, but sorry to say, nope. I'm not
Was
even
that-
from around here.
Was that polenta? That's a different family. Sorry, that's polenta.
I mean, I wouldn't know other way. I'm not from around here.
Where are you from? Where are we from?
Zolgra. You might have come in contact with a few of our people. Disgusts me to say that.
History check
Go ahead.
for the history of Zolgra. 15.
You only know what you've experienced thus far. Um,
Are these beings that we've been hunting our own? My own kind?
kind of. Yes.
Are we at like Civil War? Like, why aren't we still on our planet? I'm assuming.
So corruption is the best word that I could think of to explain it. The cult got a little out of hand and took over a lot of the government system and well made it unsafe for anyone that opposed them and their heinous beliefs.
Okay. Who else do I know that's one of us?
Your mother, your father, you, me. Um.
Like Tarzano or Lester or none
Oh
of
no
them
no
yet?
no no none of them no anything. It's just our little family right here. I mean, in species wise, I am a little bit part of your family, but it's a long story. Anyway, any more questions?
Ask
Um,
him about the shiny rocks.
yeah, what do we know about these shiny rocks?
Oh, you mean our food?
Oh, that's food?
Oh yes, tasty. I kind of prefer the purple ones, but we don't get a lot of those here. They're kind of rare.
I've just been eating, goat and stuff.
Very funny. Just you wait. Just you wait.
So I'm supposed to eat this?
Well, I mean, not eat, more like absorb, I guess, if is the correct translation.
Okay. I'll pull one out and be not my special one, but just another random regular one. Be like, okay. How many different types are there?
Let's see, there's that one that you're holding. Which one, what color is it?
Uh, the cerulean.
Okay. There's that one, there's the pinkish one, there's green, there's purple, there's red ones that are kind of not the best tasting. That ugh, gross. Um, and there's black. They're okay. Little salty if you. I guess that is if that's the correct translation. There's white, flavorless, but there's still something filling to be had there. And let's see, what was the other one? What was the other one? There was a clear one. It kind of depending on the surroundings changes to a different color. It has that the property of the color adjacent to it. Kind of shares properties, I guess.
We've been using this as like power crystals. They've been
Oh yes,
infusing other things.
they can be used as that too, but we kind of use them as sustenance.
Okay.
Haven't you ever wondered why it doesn't affect you?
I have. That has been a very big mystery. But I guess now I kind of know. Why am I glowing though? How do I stop glowing?
That's kind of like a kind of have to will that. It's a side effect sometimes, but you kind of have to think past it a little bit.
Okay.
And once you think past it, it kind of goes away. I remember my first time glowing.
What
It's
if
kind of
I
creepy.
what if I like glowing though? Can I just stay glowing?
I mean, suit yourself.
Can I change
But
my colors?
it
Or
depends on how many of the different varieties you've consumed. I would imagine so. I mean, go, red, green, blue, all over the place, and
I try to
your little rainbow.
will myself into a different color. We'll say blue.
Okay.
Does it work? Do I
Oh
turn
yeah.
blue?
Oh yeah.
I accidentally just like turn my whole like skin just like deep royal blue.
Oh yeah. And everyone sees this.
Oh crap. That's not what I was going for.
That's neat.
And Valorant just says, "Guys, do you see this?"
I'm
Valorant?
speechless.
What'd you say, Dave?
I said, "Guys, do you see this? He's changing color."
Yep, that's not natural valor, and I'm very concerned. Does that mean these crystals affect the very essence of your being?
Kind of, I guess. I'm
D-
I'm no scientist. I'm just a god,
Scientist,
I guess. Like a
a god. Hold up,
a
hold up.
god, like the oh Halt, who goes there
Oh, a
situation.
guard. Oh, I understood.
I've only been trying to learn your language for the past 3 years. I'm not the best at it.
You're pretty good for a goat. Most goats never do that, so
Wait, can we understand the goat now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, what? I missed so much.
So who
You-
wants to fill her in on what's happened so far?
Sorry. Oh my gosh. It looks like we got is that Voltier's mom?
Yep.
Okay. Well, we don't have his dad, but I mean that's something.
Yeah. Frisky revealed himself to be. I don't remember. offhand.
I'll type it in the chat.
something Salenti.
Not gonna lie, I also kind of thought Frisky was gonna be Voltaire's dad.
I was thinking that too.
I thought
Speaking-
you guys were about to say that he was his dad, and I was a little worried. I was like, whoa.
Nope. But apparently I'm not human, which is bewildering to me because I've never known to be anything other than human.
So were you just like adopted? Or
No, no, this is still my mother. She was young and just turned old, like right in front of us. Like apparently
Oh.
we could just change our appearance whenever we feel like it, and it just sticks. Like while I'm being like the full like
is that why you're blue?
yeah.
That's why you're blue. Oh my gosh.
Frisky sort of interjects. He says, I wouldn't go as far as turning the shininess off, just because kind of fits with your name.
I grab Frisky by his ears and try and turn him blue too.
Doesn't work.
Ah, dang it. I don't know, what else am I supposed to know about this? Like, I didn't even know I was different.
Well, I mean, you were born here. They already go ahead and take the wheel on this one.
Here as in Verdi.
And Leora just says, "Yes, we had to refuge here because the corruption was not the best. And I was pregnant with you, and I just wanted the best home for you, so we moved here away from all the corruption, and then I had you, my little Volzen.
How many of these cultists are here?
I've lost count.
Like, dozens, hundreds, thousands,
They're everywhere.
millions?
I don't know if it's that much. It might be towards the hundreds or thousands. I lost count.
How are we supposed to make an impact on turning the tides against something like that?
I truly don't know, but you've got to try.
Oh, wait a second here. So these cultists are not all the same race species as you, correct? They're mostly humans.
Well, the head of the cult, some of the higher ranking ones, they are from Zolgra. But they do manipulate our ability to I guess put people under their control. So you're gonna find a lot of people that aren't Zolgra, and you might find some that are.
I see.
Does this sound like the two big bosses, the one at the temple and the mimic of Lester? Do
Correct.
they sound like they're from Zolgra?
Correct.
Oh, interesting.
Because they'd be able to shapeshift and pretend to be someone.
Hmm. and almost no form of magic can detect it. That that explains their that explains that why it cannot detect them. It's a physical change rather than magical.
Biological, yeah.
Is
Correct.
Frisky one? Like, I'm just saying,
Yes.
that goat is looking mighty suspicious right now.
Well, as
He's-
I've explained before, I am of Zolgra. But I've been locked out of material recomposition network, so I can't really change back into my natural form. Kind of stuck as a goat. Kind of regret it, but
So
I
go ahead.
go.
No, go ahead.
I was just thinking, what if Frisky or Yuri, as you say your name is, are you willing to be experimented on?
that depends on the experiment. Caught up in no. Blood drawn. I'm a little on the fence about that. Like a medical examination, maybe. Okay, depending on.
I was thinking, see, how much of magical prowess do you yourself have?
Oh, not much. I'm just a heavy weapons expert, and just here to protect the refugees, I guess. And apparently a traitor too, so there's that.
Okay.
Heavy weapons, you say, so you can, teach my friends here a little bit of weaponry.
Can you still
Oh,
use
I meant like heavy weapons as in like this kind that you find in Awe world. I don't know anything about these weapons. The
Oh.
two primitive, I guess, how you would describe them.
What kind of weapons do we have?
I would equate it to like, what's the word I'm looking for? Come on, you guys got to know what I'm looking for.
An assault rifle, like Lulu had.
That's kind of
I was
a
thinking
little
more
primitive.
Like laser pistols?
ICBM.
ICBM.
A floating stone tablet that contains 1,000,000 and infinite information.
Full on
But
railgun.
A bomb that's composed of 1,000,000 ants.
Fire ants.
That'd be terrible. Just set it off in someone's house. They're doomed forever. Those things live in the walls. You can't get rid of them. They're there for the rest of their lives.
And of children's lives.
They're worse than cockroaches. At least those you can get rid of. Sometimes.
I was saying more of I along the next couple of adventures that we're going to go to, we might run into something that could change your form. And I was wondering if you'd be willing to be subjected to that kind of pretense.
I mean, if it's not going to hurt me and if it's going to help me get out of this disgusting form, I can't tell you how tired I am of eating grass. It just sucks.
It might take a while for a truer version, I guess, of yourself, but maybe a different form from time to time.
I mein, anything's better than this fucking goat form. So, excuse my language. That's a new word I picked up too. Fucking. I just love how it just rolls off your tongue.
All right.
I
Fair
jam one of the crystals in his mouth.
Oh, Kiki.
What?
You know exactly what it sounds, Dave.
No.
All right. Well, shake on it then.
I guess whatever.
All right.
Oh boy.
Oh no.
All right.
I was wondering where you were going.
I knew where they were going with that. I knew exactly. So what you see when you essentially grab onto his hoof, you see a glimpse of the past of Yuri and his Zolgrivian form with his dark gray skin, even darker gray eyes, essentially rushing people out of a building onto various shuttles. They look like airships, but they're enclosed. And they don't seem to have any of the propulsion systems that you've seen with other airships. And you see these shuttle things just dart up into the sky as explosions happen.
I appreciate your willingness to work with this one, Yuri. I
And
must.
he says to you, "Find out what you needed."
Very insightful. Well done. Do you say the gray does look good on you?
Thank you.
We're just sitting there watching this interaction, like jaws. We're like, I can't believe he has to shake a goat's hand. That poor goat. Completely offhand topic.
That poor goat is quite sexy, I tell you.
Stop it. I've got my eyes set on somebody else, but thank you.
Well, I call it as I see it, and I see. Honestly, you would put the drow to shame with that beauty. Just putting the truth out there.
I don't know what a drow is, but I'll take the compliment.
Fair enough.
Speaking of you making deals to subject yourself to scientific experiment, would you mind if I asked just a couple questions? Sorry, I heard the word planet that wasn't referring to our own, and then you said that the rocks are food. And I'm still sort of kind of on that part.
I mean, I can answer some questions, but I'm not exactly of the science scene, so a lot of my knowledge is very base level. But I mean, then again, it might be more than what you know. Sorry, no offense.
No, that's fine. I am a scientist. In your previous form, strange question, were you ever badly impaled or cut in half in any way that you could see your internal organs?
Oh goodness, no, that would have been painful.
Rather specific, Professor.
Yes.
I'm kind of a little uneasy right now.
No, forgive me. I realize that did come off a little strong. I only meant it in sort of a what did it look like, but not in a creepy way, in like a scientific way. I have a hypothesis that might.
Are you
You
flirting with
die,
me?
and we get to like examine your body, like see how alien you really are. That's what they're trying to figure out.
Well, if it's
Um,
bodies
and
you want to look at, we have one back at the other hideout. And
oh, that would be very helpful. Fortunately, you're simply out of my league. I really couldn't. I recognize that. So,
Oh, come on, I'm a catch. You
oh,
heard it.
I know, but I'm a lowly professor from nowhere, and I have a hypothesis. You mentioned thousands of the order with some of the high-ranking members.
So I forgot to mention, there's this table here has very, very strong magical energies that are probably not the best. Probably should take a look at this at some point, but yes.
The cursed kitchen table. I feel like everyone has one, right? That's a normal thing. That's totally fine.
I don't think so, Professor. Maybe in this country, but
Okay, do we need some ancient spell on there? Like maybe we can get an imprint of it. Like maybe we can take some mud and slap it on there, get an imprint of the runes. Hopefully it doesn't curse the mud, and research it later.
you may have a point, and then you dry the mud, turn into a usable working slate.
Why wouldn't it be?
Wow. Like I'm really starting to kind of get on the train of the mud. I'm kind of on
No,
that.
don't do it. Don't.
It's
You
tempting.
are a man of science.
She's making such good points.
You have no idea the benefits of mud. Do you know how clear your skin could look?
I'm gonna turn around, slap myself in the face. No.
I apologize for that. I totally forgot where we left off.
I have a hypothesis that I would
Okay.
like to posit to not only the goat, but the group. Yes, so you mentioned that some of these higher ups in this organization are of this other world and can feed off of these crystals, I presume it's the primary food source for them.
Kind of. I mean, we can eat other things. Though. It's not just the crystals. I mean, we can eat other things.
But the crystals give you some sort of power.
Just sustenance. The ability to tap into certain racial abilities, I guess, if you would consider it.
I see. My hypothesis is this. To metabolize such an energy within a form, you bled in your previous form, correct?
Yeah.
To metabolize that, you would have to have a heart capable of withstanding the energy. From my own research, this crystal is very touchy, is putting it lightly. The slightest wrong pulse of energy can send it backfiring and looping on itself until it grows to an unmanageable amount. You must have had a heart like an engine, and any engine can be overloaded. I don't know how well you fared against these enemies, and you could potentially create that feedback loop within the form, within the heart of the enemy.
I guess in theory, yeah, that would work. I've never tried it. Kind of a little evil, I guess, to try that on your own people.
Yes, that's fair. Yes, it is a little gruesome.
I mean, do the other animals on your planet also eat rocks?
Oh, they eat other things. I mean, they might eat some of the rocks. I don't know. I'm not an animal expert.
What expert are you then?
Munitions, safekeeping, reinforcement of certain situations, stuff like that.
You said slave keeping?
Safekeeping, like
Oh.
keeping places safe and.
Oh, I was like, whoa, whoa.
I didn't hear that, and then I freaked out at the possibility. I was like, "Ooh, that got dark."
Just lore dropped that this species is into slavery. No.
And it turns out humans are the slaves. Oh, great.
Well, I mean, you're not entirely off the tracks there. Of all societies, but they do like to kind of capture lesser beings and use them, I guess, for their own bidding. As you've obviously seen with a lot of these cultist fanatics running around that don't seem to be alien. And I'm sure some of you have almost dealt with that, being survivors from the experiments. But yeah, it's very very highly frowned upon. It kind of disgusts me.
So are they unaware that I am one of them? Because they did kidnap me at one point.
I think they are unaware. They might just be overlooking it. I don't know, or they might know. I mean, your name does mean bearer of light, so they might have.
So we don't know if they do know, and we don't know if they don't know because they haven't told us in any of their actions. Their actions have been so random. Why haven't they gotten the goat? Like, or Yuri? Why? Because
Well,
Yuri's been great at hiding, or I'm asking this to everyone except for Yuri. I'm like leaving a poor goat out of the conversation.
well, to answer your question, I know you weren't addressing it to me, but I've had the fortunate, circumstance to be protected by this lovely specimen over here.
Gorm, have you known the entire time or had an inkling? Have you been
He only started talking to me pretty recently. And even more recently, was anyone else able to understand him?
Like the last
So
10
no.
minutes.
Yeah, so no idea.
Wait. Go on. When did you first meet Frisky? Oh, Yuri. Sorry.
When we had that night out and all got drunk, it was me, Valorant, and
Me.
yeah, Voltaire.
Yep.
But wasn't it an old hideout of the cult where you woke up to the next day?
No.
No, it was just like a storage house in the middle of the woods where they were
Storage house.
powderizing the Daleganite and using it as like sniff drugs.
Oh, I see. Oh, I must have mistaken it then. I thought that would have been a connection. But understood.
Well, if you must know, Leora had sent me to find Voltaire and see if he was okay, and stumbled upon you lot in the forest, kind of inebriated out of your fucking minds. There's that word again. And kind of got attacked by a couple creatures. I don't know the terms for them. They were big, furry, and had claws. What's the word for them? But I don't know.
Bugbears?
Bears, yes, bears. That's the one. That's and I kind of a little helpless, and this lovely specimen came to my aid, and thus began friendship. And he looks over quizzically at Gorm.
What type of friendship are we talking about? Because now I'm a little concerned.
I won't lie, I'm a little bit worried now too.
Well, I'm sorry to kind of like just spring this on you, but as Zolgra custom, once you sort of have some sort of bond with another person, you sort of become intertwined. I'm sorry.
Sir, you're a goat.
You married the goat daddy? Are you goat daddy's husband?
Gorm the Goat Daddy. Well done.
I knew it this whole time. You and that goat were out in the woods.
Yes.
It's nothing like that. Not
No,
yet.
no.
I mean,
That's not canon.
Yet? Not yet?
I mean, even if there was, I don't know how that would work, because physiologies, and I'm a goat right now.
Hey, listen, any hole is a goal.
No,
No.
it is not how this works.
Fucking can't with you.
It's me, I'm the Chaos Gremlin, I'm sorry.
Anyway, what about this table over?
It's a very nice table. Should we take an imprint of mud for the table? Is this a room, Professor?
Ugh.
Yeah, I'm gonna go out and grab some mud. Where's the best mud around here? Let me see. Oh,
I think I
there's a
broke my
mud.
players. That's what did it.
So is consent like not a thing on your home planet, or like?
I mean, why do you think we've been able to understand each other? We have a bond. I mean,
Yeah,
if you
but
don't feel the same way, there's always death. I mean,
Oh, okay. So you'd rather die? Got it.
well, I mean, the one who walks out of the relationship must be the one passing, so it's kind of customary.
So Gorm, when's your anniversary?
So I'm taking that as no, consent is not a thing on your home planet.
I mean, usually it's a mutual understanding.
Lean into Gorm and be like, I'm on your side. So, Mom, where's Dad?
He's somewhere. We kind of split up a little. He's hiding. I don't know where. Sometimes he just kind of fly solo.
But he's okay, we don't...
Oh,
He's fine. We have that connection.
Okay.
How does the connection work? Can you guys like always like sense each other?
I mean, we're bonded. I know where he is. I can sense where he is. Don't know exactly the location, but I can sense if he's okay or if he's in turmoil, or again, just like what Yuri said, when you're bonded, you are bonded for life.
We've learned quite a lot of information about this. Ah. And yes, very, very interesting physiological changes. But I guess to bring it back a little, now that we found you, Miss Leora, how do we proceed? They've lured you here for a reason. If they were able to capture your mother, my assumption is that they're still here or still keeping an eye out.
Oh, is that what the table's for?
Well, we kind of got a little paranoid, so we had to put up a little protection circle, I guess. You guys would probably think of it like that.
The protection circle is not magical. Interesting.
Well, this one is. That's the one
Oh, this one is.
that you detect. That's the magic that you detected. What's from the table?
Ooh.
Yes.
So how does the circle work, and how were we unaware of it?
Well, I mean, it is of our own kind, so I would understand if it's hard for any of you to detect it, as you're not from where we're from.
That's not like blood on it, right? Like it's not like one of your kind, right? Like
Oh, just charcoal and a little bit of grit as we grind it into the table.
Fascinating.
I start instinctually walking around and picking up stuff, throwing bits of broken chair and stuff into the fireplace, lighting it on fire. Or actually, anyone have mending? Fix some of this?
nope, that's another character. Does anyone else?
No, sorry. Not my speciality. Well, since we're here, Valter, why don't we use this as base for now? Spend a little bit of time to maybe fix up a little before we go on to the next step.
If that's okay with you, Mom.
Oh, sure. Always loved when you used to bring friends over.
Well, got a whole group of them for you.
I can't say the guards won't come back, but at least now we'll be ready.
Much better suited.
Well, I imagine you have more questions, so come let's sit. I'll put something on the cook.
You just told me to sit down and then you left.
Oh, I'm gonna go start cooking. You just sit down and we'll talk above everything.
Do you know where some good mud around here is?
Already grabbed mud.
Oh, you already got some?
Yeah, I went over to the well.
Oh, okay.
I was just doing it. I walked off when we discovered
Oh.
Christy and Gorm were married. I walked away. I legitimately grabbed some mud. I was just quiet about it so that everyone could keep talking.
I think maybe before the mud is so delicately applied to the table, I would love to really take a close examination of the protection circle, and see if like any of it makes any sort of sense to me.
Sure. Roll either Arcana or investigation.
Can I give her advantage by doing identify as well to get more of an insight?
Sure. Yes.
Deal. Either one is gonna be slay. I will roll.
So what you can gather is this is all written in Zolgrivian. Like it's a very alien script. You can't really discern any correlation between any scripts that you've experienced and this one. It seems very otherworldly. Some letters that you think might be equivalent actually aren't. But you do gather the way that this composition of this protection circle is. It's meant to essentially protect this one specific area and a little bit surrounding of like any extreme damage.
Not to be rude, but by the state of your house, it didn't really work that well.
I mean, the couches are fine, weren't they?
Yeah, I'm so sorry. Yes, I didn't think I was saying that loud enough for you to hear it. I'm terribly. It looks wonderful in here. I will help sweep later.
They're my favorite couches.
They look wonderful.
I'm going to plop down on the couch and like have mud crumble everywhere. The dried
no.
mud.
She's going
Oh,
to
yes,
audibly
these
groan.
chairs!
Volson!
Where did you get these chairs? They are in such excellent condition.
Volson, you know what?
It's too late now. She already sat down.
Well, you're cleaning it later.
Darling, someone has ruined my favorite chair. I need you to fix it immediately.
You're just sitting on there.
My silk couch, darling, needs to be cleaned.
We'll pick you up a new one from from town later.
You know how expensive these things are?
No, please tell me.
More than I have.
Are we talking, 2 gold, 3 gold,
50 gold.
100 gold?
These ones were custom made. They're roughly 250 gold.
Okay, fine. We'll get you one.
I'm slowly gonna like stand up and slink onto the floor and sit on the carpet.
No,
doing
not the
this
carpet. You already sat on the couch.
You might as well just stay on the couch.
I'm just like in between like squatting on the floor, and I just slowly move back to sit on the couch, all uncomfortable.
Screw adventuring. Let's just sell everything in this house and we'll be good.
All right, that's your bed for the night.
Leora's got this kind of like this elderly, like very blunt mother sort of personality.
Super rich. She's like one of the real housewives of Blackbelt. Like, goddamn.
He's not though.
Well, the couches anyway.
It's just the couch. Yeah.
Just that
It's
couch.
just the
Just
couch.
that couch. Does the etchings also protect from divination?
Yes.
Interesting. I will copy this for later.
It's okay, I'll copy it in a few minutes. I say as I like turn my pack around and start dumping mud out on the table.
Oh,
Ooh.
oh, there's mud everywhere. Oh, the carpet. On the table. This table looks like it's at least 350 worth.
Fun.
I can't. What do you want me to do?
You have some weird friends.
You could say that. I mean, look at your
I
friend.
did say that.
He's a goat.
Be nice to Yuri. He's the reason you're safe.
Oh, is he? I was under the impression it was mostly my friends over here that have protected me.
Yeah, I don't really remember him stepping in at any point.
Well,
Many
he's-
life or death situations happened.
Or giving
He's
us
the reason you were safe until you met them.
or giving us any information in the meantime to stay more safe.
Another fantastic point.
I think Gorm is just salty because they didn't know they were married yet. Did you want a fancy ceremony?
I mean, wouldn't you be? Like, yes.
All right. I haven't heard from Lukia in a while.
Loki is just watching,
She just laughed.
listening. She doesn't know what's exactly is happening. She's kind of very confused that the goat is talking still and trying to keep track of all the relations.
Leora sort of looks around the room a little bit, and she says to Voltaire, I noticed that you and her are sort of wearing the same outfit. Are you together?
Oh, absolutely not. He joined a guild that I am a part of.
I look at Loki and give her a wink.
Lukia looks away.
Fine. Now I
Same.
turn.
I've always been waiting for you to bring home somebody.
I think he brought home a goat.
No, Gorm did.
There. Now I turned pink.
But I do notice a particular branding. I've seen that somewhere around here.
Around here?
Yes. Mostly at night when I'm doing my nightly walks. Gotta get those steps in. Someone at my age.
You know in what area?
I just see them from time to time.
Like randomly all over the city, or in a?
Randomly in different spots.
Do you have a map of the city? Can you write this down for us?
DM doesn't yet, but Leora can sort of jot down some directions of where she might have seen them. And if you go over this way and through the two houses over here, you'll see that there's a little well over here, and sometimes they go over towards that other house over near the well, and They were always in the shadows.
Shit. Well, yeah. They were not widely known.
So what's this club you guys are a part of? Quote unquote.
It's the Mud Club.
The Mud Club.
Well, not you. I'm talking to them.
I roll my eyes and my skin gets slightly more red. Our guild is called the Spiderweb Miss and is highly respected
So a fancy club.
guild.
All right.
So what do you guys do in your club? Guild. I'm so sorry.
We you know what I do. I fight the bad people.
You've always been so good at that.
Yeah. Hasn't changed. Say I can do new things if you couldn't tell.
I could.
But my friends and I have had quite the day. If there's anything else anybody would like to ask.
Yeah.
But I think I need to take a rest and recuperate a little bit.
Sure. Just take one of the rooms. I don't have many beds. Just your father and I living here. And you know our custom. We sleep in separate beds and separate rooms, as to not bog up our minds while we're sleeping.
Yes.
You guys like share each other's dreams or something? Is that the issue, or is it
I mean,
something else?
If we're in the same room, in the same bed, it kind of makes the dreams muddled and chaotic and best.
Interesting. I don't think. I guess I have had a few dream experiences.
Gorm, have you had a few dream experiences with Yuri?
Well, he's not exactly a part of race, so he wouldn't. So it wouldn't really affect him too well. So I mean, I could sleep in the same bed as him and it wouldn't bother us one bit.
It would bother me, but for other reasons.
Hasn't bothered you before, but now that I've revealed all this, now it bothers you. I'll see how it is. Is this our first fight?
We
It's
need to get
different
you
when
to a
you think it's
private
your
room.
pet sharing a bed with you.
I mean, call me whatever you like, but
Ooh, kinky.
God damn, Frisky, get down.
Frisky's getting, well.
I never liked that nickname.
You seem to suit it very well.
I mean, kind of have to when together.
No.
Oh, you'll learn to love it.
So can I share a room with anyone but them, please? Thank you.
You can share a
Things
room with
might
me,
get a little
Professor.
interesting.
We can share notes because I believe you and I are the same studied individuals.
Well, you are staying on the couch right there, cause please, I don't need any more of that mud all throughout the rest of the house.
I can leave some here for you for your skincare routine.
All right, I can change my own skin. See? And she turns herself into a younger woman.
Ah, fair point, fair point. But what happens when you're not able to do that and you're stuck like a goat?
I don't turn into a goat.
Like that was a stupid move.
I mean, if you're trying to remain inconspicuous, what better way than to turn into an animal?
And you cast the hut outside too, right?
Yeah, 1,000 feet back. Like,
We can retcon that if you'd like.
it's a ritual. It's fine.
Okay.
Well, I was actually gonna say that. Well, no, because that's like in the middle of the city somewhere. Just someone's walking down an alley, just dunk.
Funny. Like, what the? Who put the? What is this?
Oh, so I mean, a couple people can go in the shed if they want.
We should put Gorm and his husband in the storage room.
The honeymoon suite.
No,
The
thanks.
honeymoon
I'll sleep outside.
I mean, Gorm, you could, if you really don't want to. The hut is there. You can freely go in and out. Need some privacy.
I know this whole marriage thing is new to you, but I'm sure you'd like to enjoy some part of it.
It's all right. It's our first argument. We'll get over it. Tomorrow's another day.
You know, Sometimes I regret not letting Valorant eat you.
Valorant's probably laughing in the corner. Ha! I told you so. I told you so.
Gorm,
I
we
told
should
you.
have killed him before.
I told you not to
I
trust that
told
guy.
you.
Yeah, I may have been right about him not being evil, but god damn it. I kind of wish I wasn't.
Fine.
Alright. I'll be like, curl up on the floor here and pull out the special crystal and just hold it for a little bit.
Which one?
The one I got from the professor.
The
That,
blue one?
yeah, that was drawing me close to it.
I mean, it's just like any other, like, it's not special. It's just you're drawn to Lodeo Gana as if like smelling food.
Okay.
Well, now you know that, but before it's kind of like it was drawing you closer to it and you didn't understand why, but now you know it's like you're smelling food and you kind of want to eat it.
Okay. Well, I'll just hold it and go to bed.
Okay. Anything anyone else wants to do?
I'm just gonna smear the mud out on the table so it dries.
I would love to, before we bed down for the evening, if I am gonna share a room with Willow, I have a question for him. Or for them, sorry. Go sit on the bed or a chair or something. Really casual.
I'm very small, so I'm like on a pillow.
I forgot you were little.
You can sleep in the drawer.
That could be comfy.
Just say what's on your mind. Don't overthink it.
That's fair. I noticed that you are proficient with magic. I am also, you probably guessed that, proficient with magic. Feel like we're in the similar vein of sort of. Yes. I was wondering if it might be possible to compare notes or have a bit more context. It seemed as though you knew a bit more about this whole situation with the goat who is actually a person, and yeah.
Well, why did you never touch the goat before?
This is a question before going to bed or after? Before we go to bed or before we go to bed?
Because if it's before, then that's fine. But if it's after, then
I mean,
you'll be able to.
like before everybody breaks out for the night, or before Professor and I.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my question.
Before everyone breaks up. Just sorry.
Sure.
Sorry.
Why have I never decided? Well, I have no reason to. It's just a goat. At this point before today, Yuri was just a goat that Gorm kept as a pet.
Shake my head and let you guys walk off.
It's a very, very, very good question, though. I'm happy to answer more, but most of I like you because you're simple yet honest. A lot of you is all about mud and sharing mud with everyone, and that is just you. That is just the pure joy that you love to do and share. Am I wrong or am I right? Am I as clear as mud?
Yes.
See, that's why I like you. Do hope you can find more of your people, though.
Why would I?
Just call it a hunch. Call it a hunch.
I'm just gonna look at you like quizzically.
That being said, we cut off to Willow and Professor, and everyone else is bedding in for the night. So
Yes.
we'll switch over to that conversation right now.
Yes, I'm happy to share what I have, and I guess let's start with the basics. What is your specialty?
Well, I do a lot of historical research, obviously. the Titans, the Great Cataclysm, sort of offshoots of that. I dabble a bit in, well, a bit of arcane invention, gadgetry. Tarthano sent me the schematics for a reason, of course. Do a bit of would call it divination in the loosest terms.
You see like a slightly sour face from Willow when you said divination, but go ahead.
Yes, it's. I just have a lot of theories, and I'm just sort of a weird professor at a school for magic where kind of no one knows what I'm talking about, so it's all right.
I'd say that dabbling in everything isn't the worst idea or thing to do for someone who studies magic, though I expected you to have maybe a little bit more focus. So you study history, dabbled in creating artifacts of Tarthano's caliber, and you dabble in divination. What do you hope to accomplish with that?
Very perceptive.
Well,
I suppose I had focus before I got taken in the middle of the night. It was sort of a experience. And well, in all honesty, my goal is to get my colleague, my friend, back. It seems gruesome to say that revenge has guided me. I feel like I'm a stranger to the concept. I don't think I've ever truly been upset with anyone in my whole life, but it tends to sway the focus a bit.
and Willow just looks at you for maybe just a little bit longer, just studying your face. You know, revenge is definitely not, well, it's not the best reason for motivation. It is a source of motivation. And that is a drive that sometimes can be powerful as long as it is given some measures. I don't know you enough yet to know how I can help. However, and I'm not sure if you've noticed this yet, but I the the way I go about things is a little bit different. My spell book, and Willow pulls out like a small little deck of cards, and it floats around, and it says, "My spell book consists of these. These are different facets of magic in a way. Rather than interpreting it as the rules set by Mistra, I've learned how to find a way to make them mine. And for example, I'll take the glass card and put it right next to the fire card and create, and then once they do this, both the cards kind of go together and they form four dancing lights. This is how I create my own version of dancing lights. A very simple spell, but I also use this to, and then you see them once I do, Willows does this, they all kind of form in a circle around them. This is how I use them to support everyone. My specialty, if you have not already pieced it together, is divination. Having the reason for me having this kind of power is a little tricky. We're still trying to explore that option. Lord knows, Voltaire, Valoran, Lilkia, they'd rather not fully explore that anymore. I think one experience is enough. Twice is definitely no more. But Where was I going with this? I feed on information, and the way I feed information is by I receive and get information is by getting to know you a little bit more. A lot of them involve some form of touch. And recently, I've not done this in a while, but I can dig a little bit deeper if an offering is made. If you're having some form of trouble, maybe solidifying your resolve or finding out exactly why you feel like you're wavering, and you kind kind of just not be able to pinpoint it correctly, I could help bridge that gap. I just need something of value from you. Depending on what it is, I'll most likely give it back. But if anything happens, it might break, but it's never happened before. But being precautious, there is that risk. If you would like if you'd like my assistance to help find your friend that has got you in all sorts, I would need something of value that you have from them, and I'll find a way to find them. Does that answer your question?
Very elegantly so.
Ah, thank you. Now, comparing notes and show some of the notes that I've accumulated over whatever they're interested. And at some point, while let's say Willow is showing the cards, Willow's going to fly back behind Professor Isaac and just land on their shoulder with a hand on with one of their hands as well. And I'm going to automatically roll a 17 on that one plus 7, so that's going to be a 24 for history.
Oh boy.
I'm being mind probed.
Not necessarily.
Okay.
That was so sweet and comforting until it wasn't.
No, it's okay. I feel the vibe. It's a sweet vibe.
Shoot, I gotta pull up the notes for that real quick. Give me a second.
The feeling is always gentle, right, Voltaire? When you offered me a feather, remember that?
Yeah, yeah. Good times.
Good times.
So, for any sort of what did you say the total was? Give me
24.
what was the total? 24. Perfect. All right. So for any past memories, I'll let you, Professor, explain what Willow sees and in your past.
That's a good question. That's a good question.
Just a random memory. It could be anything.
Or if it helps you, bringing the vibe and looking into someone other's spellbook, which is very intimate for wizards because that's their collection.
It's true.
Right? Maybe that triggers something else too if you can't think of something on the spot.
I think that it's a memory. Do you see it like, is it like you're watching in the third person or is it like first person?
Third person.
Third person.
It's usually third person.
Okay. I think it starts kind of jarringly to Willow with the professor having two functional brown eyes. At this point that you know him, one of them is like white and clouded over, and he's got like a big scar over his face. I think you would see him on like the roof of the academy at like the sun setting kind of. Because it's the quietest place around where students aren't gonna come up to him in random points of the day. Say like the school is new and the sunset is sort of like orange, copper, and gold, and he's kind of reclined back against just the entrance, part of the entrance building. And I think he would probably be holding his own spell book, which is just a traditional book. And I think it's just sort of an overwhelming contentment.
Right.
Beautiful.
Can I, when Willow lands on me, use my mind link to connect to Willow?
Well, hold on.
Oh god.
With that roll, this hasn't happened a lot for you, Willow, but you are able to vaguely see a glimpse into the future.
That's the second time that's happened.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. All right.
And what you see is Professor Reinhardt sort of looking at the same sort of sunset with a female figure, and they look happy, very content.
Do we get a glimpse of the face?
No, it's from the back. You're pretty much watching this memory, or this soon to be memory. Essentially, you're watching them watch the sunset.
Okay. You enjoying what the combinations that I've laid out for you for these spells? These combinations here really go for invisibility. If you want to go a little bit haste, you combine these 3 cards, and etc. 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 I do I get a chance to resist that? Just this is out of character, and I'm not asking. I'm not. That's not Willow asking. This is just me asking to see if there is a resistance roll, especially
Yeah, I know.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
because if not, spicy.
It just says you don't need to share a language with the creature for it to understand. The creature must be able to understand at least one language. And then as an action, you can give that creature the ability to speak
So
telepathically.
if you click on that, you should be able to click on a thing that says display in VTT.
Oh shit. Okay, hold on. Let me see if I can find it. I hit a button. Did that do anything?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
Oh,
you
slap.
got
It did it. We can all see it now. Thank you so much.
Now, Dave, will it work? My question to you.
We just see. I will have Professor roll Arcana for me. It does work.
Works?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
No. Totally. Okay.
I
Then
wasn't apologizing to you.
oh,
it.
well, that goes into what I'm gonna say next. So as Professor, I guess, gets into that mind link. So in that vision of the sunset, you, I guess, turn around a little to see maybe a slight glimpse of a shadow of Willow, but you see 2 figures. No, 3 figures. One looks like a slightly devilish, manic form of Willow.
I can post that in the
Yeah.
I can share that right now.
Yeah. You see one towering over both of them.
Slightly manic?
Just
Oh, it
tastefully.
gets worse.
Oh God Almighty.
So you see a slight, yeah, this one is towering over Willow. And you see another one, the second one, towering behind them. A more exaggerated version of Willow. With the longer ears, with the more frizzy hair, the more gold and emerald and green accents to them. And just at the end of your vision, just as you peer all the way back, you see a giant mound with some tentacles. And that's if you really squint hard, but you all would almost miss that.
Do I show that picture too?
No.
Okay. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
I'd say
I kind of want to.
Yeah, after you.
I'm going to.
Should a wisdom save
Jesus Christ Almighty! What is that?
should a wisdom save be
Oh.
made?
Yes.
Okay.
Very much so.
All right.
Oh, you or me?
You,
Oh, God.
Professor.
That makes sense. I just looked into the horrific abyss. That's cool. Okay, a wisdom save?
Yeah. I don't remember what the DC is, Dave. You have the DC for this
I
one.
remember what it was.
Nat 20.
You do save
Oh, thank God.
surprisingly.
Well done.
I always knew that telepathy would get me into a lot of shit.
Yeah, when you
That's
said
an
you wanted to do a mind,
understatement.
like I'm like, ooh, I don't know if you want to go inside Willow's head.
Okay. Yeah, I guess in the vision I look back and I see all of that. And then I think in your head, and it like looks like the professor is speaking in the vision to you.
Mm-hmm.
You hear, "Are you all right?"
It's fine. You looked.
I'm gonna break my mind link.
Yeah, I'd break that mind link too. That was some courage on your part. I applaud you.
I'm gonna come back to myself, kind of jolt for a second.
Is Willow still perched on his shoulder?
Yes, but
Okay.
maybe gets shoved. Maybe gets shoved back a little.
Back
Like the
onto the
whole
pillow?
jolting. Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
I should have warned you to not do that, but I've never really had someone try to invade my mind before. There's a reason why they don't. And Willow flies right in front of Professor Isaac's face. Welcome to the club. You've seen it, and it knows you now. And then the the body and the reaction that Willow is doing is, I know, it's crazy. I can protect you as much as I can. I've done it before, and I will continue to do so. She's quite beautiful, even from behind.
Looks away for a second and kind of looks back to Willow. I feel like it's very obvious that there's like absolutely questions and feelings like right on the tip of his tongue.
I think that one could be saved for next time. A lot happened, but here, as token of me going on my word of protecting you. And Willa takes out a couple of cards and casts Intellect Fortress on Isaac. Hopefully, the dreams aren't going to be as bad tonight. But, I mean, it saved this particular spell I developed with some insight from Silver Dime and an unfortunate extraction from Purple One. I've used it to help Voltaire control the voices in his head.
Does that normally bring nightmares?
Maybe, but I've never remembered much every time I wake up.
Well then, it's a good thing that I don't dream. And after that, I feel like you should probably call me Isaac.
All right, Isaac. I'll watch your back. You'll watch mine. Good night.
Good night.
You just do me one favor and share that spell in the chat so I can get a good read of it real quick.
Sure.
Is there any other conversations that anyone wants to have before we take Lucia, Gorm, Voltaire, Blue Jay? Anyone?
I'm good.
That was just deep. That was a very deep. I was like,
Wizard shit, baby. Wizard shit. Yes.
looking
Right.
at your book lovingly. I'm sorry, even though you said contentedly, that's all I could think. I was like, I was just imagining it the entire time. I was just like vividly envisioning that, and I had to mute myself or else I'd laugh.
So everyone can go ahead and take your long rest.
Level up? Level 10?
No.
Oh, shit. Okay.
But as you all soundly sleep through the night, one person in particular is not having sound sleep. Professor Isaac Reinhardt, as you slip into your slumber, you hear a distorted, gravelly, otherworldly sort of voice beckon to you, and they say, "You want your revenge? Come get it. But also, those are not your friends. They will do nothing but hold you back. Get rid of them if you can." And I need you to make a con save for me, please.
Of course. Hey guys, the voices are back.
That's it.
Oh.
So, as the morning rays of sun come seeping through the windows, everyone else wakes up as they had the best night of sleep after sleeping on an airship for almost a week, except for Professor. You awaken, but you are unable to move, and the room around you is the most garish, hellish nightmare that you can imagine, and you are unable to move, but you're watching this with fear in your eyes.
God, okay.
I would say that Willow would probably notice this if they were to wake up and see that.
Yeah. Rise and shine, Professor.
Again, what you see, Willow, is just Professor wide-eyed, like terrified expression on their face, unable to move, just looking essentially straight ahead.
Professor Isaac.
They can't speak, they can't nothing.
Can I make an Arcana check to see what kind of this to see if this is magical in
Recognize
nature?
this.
You recognize.
You
I
recognize
do.
this
Shit.
from the original group of I guess escapees of the catacombs from the beginning.
Fuck. Okay.
Same thing happened to the group in the beginning.
Okay. Quickly shuffle my cards a bit, change around my spells for the day. Grab hold, and I attempt to peer into the mind of Isaac.
Are you sure you want to do that?
I do.
Unfortunately, you too get stuck in this hellish nightmare, and you end up in a paralytic or paralyzed state.
No save?
You're going off of her save
Okay.
because you're in her
Not fun.
you're in her mind, and you're experiencing what she's experiencing in real time, or what he's experiencing in real time.
Can I still act while I'm in there?
Yeah, you could act while you're in there. Yeah,
Dispel magic, 3rd level.
does not work. At least not in a way that you think it would work.
Okay. Last ditch effort. I'll try to send a message to Lilkia in the morning. To see if it'll send.
So for some reason, message does work, and you're able to contact Lokia and essentially give her the heads up.
Lilkia smacked the shit out of us. We're paralyzed in this room. Oh shoot, she said she can't speak. Fuck. Just read that.
All right. Yes, she jostles you both awake and out of it, and it works. You're all there, and you see a very confused Lokia standing before you.
I'll give Lilkia a nod of thank you for not letting me rot in brain hell. Question for the DM.
Answer.
Has this or anything similar ever happened to me before?
Once,
Once. Okay.
but you were able to shake it off.
Oh, shit. Yes, that's fair. Yeah, that's very fair. Terribly sorry if I frightened you or Willow or confused you. sorry you got caught up in that. It's happened before. I I managed to get out of it last time, but this time I was not so lucky, I'm afraid. I don't know. I don't know what causes it. I don't know how to fix it. I mean, slapping me out of it seemed to help.
If it's any consolation to you, I tried to wake you up with magic, tried to dispel some form of hold that they may have on you. That didn't quite work. I tried to peer into your mind as I did last night, and I ended up getting stuck.
Appreciate the effort.
At that moment, Frisky is essentially standing in the doorway, and it's kind of hard to read an expression on a goat's face, but he looks very I can't really think of the word. I guess sad, and he just says, "Sorry for what my people you. I wish I could stop them from doing that. I don't know how I could, even if I was able to. But just please don't let it, you know, put a sour taste in your mouth about our whole race. As you know, we're not all bad. Some of us aren't that great."
I'll keep that in mind, I suppose, when I wake up unable to move again. You
Let's
can't.
try this next time.
I don't know what kind of mind fuckery that they do. I've never tapped into that sort of ability. I wish I could help you understand it to better combat it. But if it does happen again, I would very much like to try to help.
I suppose I'll try to scream next time.
I have an idea. And Willow goes and flies over to like the desk and see if there's a piece of paper and
There is.
try. There is?
There is, yeah.
Okay. And we'll go kind of fly back and forth the room and the table and
Mhm.
copy the runes on a piece of paper and see if I can imbue that paper with magic to see if it'll provide the same anti divination or maybe anti mindfuckery um uh, uh of what am I trying to say? See if that'll work against any sort of mindfuckery.
And as you're doing that, Leora and Yuri sort of like help you along with that because they kind of see what you're doing and they pretty much like help you out with writing the characters and forming the words the right way, giving you a little bit guidance here and there, and yeah, you successfully copy what's on the table.
Okay. I'll give that paper to Isaac and say, Isaac, hold on to this. Try and imbue some magic into it.
Alright. I'll lay my hands over it. Try and, I don't know, put like just some vibes, some raw magic into it. I don't know, I don't really have like a spell.
Well, regardless of what you're doing, roll me a deck save.
What is happening tonight?
It's not a high DC.
Okay, 14.
So as you're doing that with the piece of paper, it sort of explodes, but it has a very violent reaction to the paper.
Ooh, okay. Is it like flash paper? Like it's going like
But the
up?
paper is not disappearing.
Oh, okay. So it's exploding back at me. I'll kind of Uh,
And the paper falls to the floor unharmed.
I'd have to consider an alternative method, it seems.
I'm gonna cast as a spell slot, I guess, detect magic to see if I will detect. Because I think detect magic is technically divination. Yes, it is. If that will still affect the paper like it did the table.
Are you holding the paper while this happens?
I don't have to hold the paper to cast
Okay.
detect magic if that's what you're saying.
Okay, so you don't really sense like a school of magic on it, but you do get a sort of like feedback situation. It is magic, but it's not any magic that you are familiar with because it's otherworldly.
Okay.
But it seems like a type of magic that you could potentially learn and tap into if you were to find somebody of a similar profession from this planet.
Okay. A different set of rules, different characters, similar intentions. And you see a grin on Rulo's face. This is going to be interesting. We're adding some more into our repertoire. All right. To protect, let's do it. And just, I guess, if we're not doing anything for the rest of the day or for a little bit before we leave, Willow is going to copy all of that into as many pieces of paper that they can so they can at least memorize writing the script and the motions of it. And then I have some ideas that we can try at a later date.
Okay. Is there anything else that anyone is doing this morning?
While he was flying back and forth, I wanted to look at the table too and kind of study it a little bit.
For the first time in literally your whole life, the script on this table is starting to make sense to you. Like you are, for some reason, like you're able to read it. You kind of unlocked a core memory of your mother sort of teaching you this script as a child, as to sort of like not let your hair. You know, I'm gonna send you exactly what it says. All right, I sent it to you.
It's protection, like protect us from harm and the darkness. Very Oh, is that how you spell it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I watched Willow copy it several times, so I wasn't. All I can do for now. Try to fit the whole table in my bag.
It'll work. It'll work.
I don't think it opens that way.
I think it can. Is it 10 by 10 that it can open? Or is it 5 by 5? I don't remember.
Roughly 2 feet in diameter at the mouth.
No. Never mind.
I mean,
I swear I thought you
you
could
destroy
open
the
it up
table,
more. No, you can't because it's protected.
but I guess yeah.
Well, I
You
don't want.
tried it.
I want to leave it here with my mom. Well, I don't know what they're doing in the other room. And Gorm's still
You
out
don't.
in the shed. I think I'll go check on Gorm.
He's just sleeping in a tub.
Okay. He'll wake up when he wakes up.
What is Gorm doing other than sleeping in a tub?
Just kind of hoping that this whole being married to a goat thing was a nightmare. It's not real. As long as I haven't opened my eyes, it's not real.
After a little while, Yuri steps to the door and he says, "Look, sorry, I didn't ask first. Expect you to embrace the custom of my people. We don't have to go through the whole ceremony of one person dying. But I just want to let you know that I enjoyed the prospect of being with someone. It was nice to have someone to watch over me for once instead of me the other way around. Yeah, I'm sorry. I guess I am sorry, but good morning. All right. Sorry.
The
Oh
dog got a dog in the
Connections.
chat?
Oh, we'll see if
I guess
something happens.
I guess we'll find out. At some point.
Oh, this is fun. Everyone has a connection. Maybe
Tried.
Valorant and Blue Jays next.
I want to figure out who Mike is now.
I kind of ship Willow and the professor, to be honest.
Right?
Yeah.
Wizards.
I wasn't the only one that was just sitting there. Like,
Nah, I got a vibe from that.
I mean, Willow's with Laslin, so
That's not confirmed. Not confirmed.
I mean,
That is not confirmed.
Listen,
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 the
it's
side
fine.
piece.
Well,
Laslin's dead.
I was gonna
so-
say, where's Laslin now? So.
Oh yeah, there's also that.
I have a widowed son, a stepson. Leaf.
make
Oh,
not
shit,
to
I
kill the
honestly
kid,
forgot about Leaf.
Like
The
Reinhardt.
moment Willow realizes they've been a deadbeat dad.
Oh, I'm sure the spiderweb's taking care of Leaf.
Well, I mean,
Oh, yeah.
I was gonna ask if you guys were bringing Leaf with you or leaving him there.
Leave him there.
I mean, that's up to you.
It's probably for the best to not bring them.
Yeah.
I mean, he's an elderly boy, elderly good.
You're blind.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Near blind as in like he's like Daredevil with the super hearing, or just near blind?
he's got very poor vision.
Yeah. Maybe not a good idea to bring your senior dog on your hike up Mount Everest.
Yep.
Really
That's
rock with
Leaf.
that.
I think that seems like the worst of your concerns about that journey. I'm just saying.
No, yeah, you know what? That's fair.
I think
There's
the dog will have a better sense of direction.
good
than
boy.
you do. They got a better nose if they're blind. They're just they do. It's scary, but they do.
Oh,
He's a dire corgi,
oh my god.
the size of a horse.
Wait, does that mean they can get bigger? If that's like corgi size, what's like Great Dane size? Can they like get big?
I don't know.
These are the real questions. I want to see a dire Saint Bernard.
Guys,
Drool
forget the
everywhere.
political plot. We need to find dire dog breeds.
Exactly. We need to collect them, like the Pokemon.
Let me rephrase.
Dire
He's the
dog
size of a
breeds, and then we
a-
go into furries.
Then
Oh no.
no.
find the dire Shih Tzu.
Oh no.
Speaking of Pokemon, I just did our edited our Pokemon scene.
Oh, I forgot about that one.
Oh, yeah. Oh, it's gonna be fun.
Oh god, I have enough prepped for another session, but I know Cass isn't available on Thursday, so whichever day we choose next week, I'm fully prepped.
You guys need to look at the Discord right now.
Oh god.
I'm sorry, you guys are missing so much.
Canon
Canon.
lore?
Canon, you are missing.
There's a video proof that Lilkia turned redder when Voltaire winked at Lilkia, and Voltaire turned pink. It is there. Roll the footage.
You have the footage. Roll it. Or wait, no, you don't. Voltaire does.
Later on, we'll roll it back.
It'll
I
be there
mean-
eventually.
She's not wrong though. She really doesn't show a lot of like emotion, so I'll defend that.
Sure.
But
She's saying she might be able to make Thursday.
So there's an.
oh,
Oh yeah, that's for sure. The club.
Your mic was still working at that point.
Yeah.
We heard that.
His cast is behind 1 hour, right? MST. We start at 10. There,
No,
yeah.
2 hours behind. Mountain Standard Time is 2 hours behind. So if it's
Oh,
6
shoot, that's
p.m.
right.
over here, it's 8 p.m. EST.
Not 2. Shoot, that's right. Alberta is 2 hours
Okay.
behind. I keep forgetting. It's also MST.
Pacific Standard Time is what you're thinking of, where it's 1 hour.
so I guess all I can say is just
No,
let me know
Pacific
if
is
you're available on Thursday, and if we can get a game going, then
Yeah, we are.
I definitely have enough prep for another session this week or next week.
This week, I mean, I'm down to play Thursday, but that I don't know about the other ones.
I know. Logan / Valorant won't be with us
This
at
week.
all this week,
Yeah, fair enough.
but which will kind of put a little bit of a damper if you guys decide to go to the blacksmithing stuff. But
Yeah, I was gonna say, to be fair to him,
Yeah,
I think we'd just do one this week.
we can sidetrack the hell out of this.
Yeah,
I
we
mean
can,
that way you could do that can
well, we can do the search
I have enough.
search for the spider web guild
Yeah,
too,
we can focus on
Perfect,
that.
yeah.
and then
I
do
mean,
the
if you guys want to
forging
wait
later.
to do, if you guys want to wait to do that forging until he comes back, I'm more than happy to do that, because I know that was something that he was looking forward to, so I don't want to take that from him. Also come up with some other bits that you guys could do, or if you guys have any ideas of what else you would like to do, just let me know and try to get some prep around that.
I have to find a random person and take on their disguise, so I'm not Lester running through town either.
You might get recognized.
That's what that's what I'm saying. But he did say he's never been here before.
True. Doesn't mean it's not recognized though.
Well, right.
I mean, you could turn into Silver Dime. Nobody's ever seen Silver Dime in this lifetime.
True.
That's at least a little bit less conspicuous.
So we got looking for the hideout, looking for Voltaire's friend, and holiday shopping.
I was just about to bring that up.
Holiday shopping.
for Shadows Night.
Do we have a shopping list for Black Belt?
No. It's essentially like, just, you gotta understand, this is a really poor town, so it's not
Not
gonna
much.
be top quality shit. Just a lot of stuff that you're gonna find in like normal shops. Probably normal cost.
So what I'm hearing is we probably have enough money to change some poor merchant's life.
Yes. And I
We're gonna
regret
make this
that.
economy boom.
I regret giving you guys so much currency.
Listen, you made a poverty stricken town. We're gonna give it a little stimmy check here.
What else would us traveling here be for? Like we need to make sure that the economy is flowing. We gotta take from the rich and give to the poor, except for we're the rich.
I mean, Voltaire's already tried that, and look where that landed him.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean now we just take from the dead usually.
It's okay. The dead that we killed deserved them, so
I mean-
they're fine.
Most of the time they started it.
Exactly.
I mean, to be fair, it's still on my list to try and help the community as a whole.
True,
Well, there we go.
Voltaire should adopt the nickname Robin Mansions.
Robin
I'm gonna
Or
find
Robin Houses.
gonna find the best general store in town, just buy a majority share in the whole business.
just buy them out, but you need to work here for 2 silver a day.
Just so I own the place, but you still manage it.
Okay. So I'm looking at the calendar right now that we have. So we have like over a week until Shadow's Night. Like we have so we're on the 2nd and it's on the 13th.
You guys still have some time.
Yeah, we
You
have
don't have to do all of your planning and shopping in one session.
yeah. I just wanted to look at that.
You could take a few days to get some sort of inspiration of what you want to dress up as, and
Oh, it's Halloween.
yes, essentially.
Halloween
That
and
the
Faye. Fuck. We'll see.
oh man.
No, I took that into account.
I know.
A night of oh wait.
Where the ley lines are closest to each other and the veils
Mhm.
between worlds are thinnest.
Someone explain what I'm missing here. I don't understand this connection.
They're
mean the
looking
night
at the
elf rule?
calendar.
Well,
Oh, I understand that.
Oh.
I
he
between
just
the
doesn't know
Fae
what the. Basically, what we're saying is shit's gonna get weird, very weird.
I mean, it usually is when it involves.
No. Take that and amplify it up to 11,
Okay,
especially with Willow.
Fuck.
we're fighting brain demons again. God damn it.
Round 3, and I'm like, I'm not planning to go not round 3, I hope.
Fuzzy monster
Fuck.
time.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, anything's possible.
Willow could just sleep in that day. Just sleeping.
Sure, yeah, you very well could sleep and unleash
Forever.
everything that's been trapped in their head.
Oh well, at least I'm asleep. Okay, it's getting a little late for
Yep.
us now here.
Yep,
Yeah.
I gotta wake up in 6 hours.
Same here.
Yeah, I've got about 5.
I am so sorry.
All right, I'll see everyone possibly Thursday.
Have
Yeah.
a good night, everybody.
Yep.
Have a
see
good
ya.
night, everyone.
Fun.
Night.